Hey guys, I'm Matt Louis and welcome to my latest video. So, back with another life story, and in this one I'm going to be talking about how I played for Liverpool Football Club. Well, sort of. So, starting back in about last November, back in 2014, I took part in a six-a-side league. We formed a team with my mates and we were called Tea and Biscuits. Well, I say Tea and Biscuits, Tea and Busquets, because obviously the football player Busquets, it makes a sort of pun, so we decided to go for that, because that's kind of what 5 and 6-a-side teams tend to call themselves, kind of go with like puns on footballers' names. And this is the shirt that we got for our team. We just bought them, and it's not bad. It's a bit big on me, but you know, it was cool to wear, and it holds a lot of memories. And essentially, the way we went through it, and for me personally, there was 3 specific incidents that sort of made me sort of embody a Liverpool player. It sort of made me feel like different Liverpool players through different moments, and I'm about to talk about why. So without further ado, let's go straight into the story. So like I said, joined up in about November, and we came to our first game, and what happened in our first game is we essentially won the game 5-0 because the opponents didn't turn up. But we did actually play a friendly where we lost 3-2 in the friendly, but it was pretty close. And it was just the moment that made me feel like a Liverpool player is essentially the ball was coming in, they were taking a shot. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and deflect that wide, I'm going to try and kick it wide because I don't think the goalkeeper's going to get it. But I kicked the ball, kicked it, and instead of going out for like a corner or a throw in, it went in our goal and I scored an own goal. And I don't know why, but for some reason I just put my hands on the back of the head like that, and immediately I just thought, wow, this is exactly like the Kolo Touré own goal from the 2013-14 season. I was just like, wow, did I really do that? I was just, oh man, I was so like, I don't even know, I was just shocked. Like, I just felt like such an idiot. But the thing is, I tried to clear it, but it just went in, and that's sort of how I got the nickname Kolo, because of the way that I scored an own goal in that game, which is quite funny. It's the reason I've got Kolo on the back of my Liverpool shirt, and also I love Kolo Touré anyway. But yeah, that's the reason why that nickname is sort of something that I've been given. Another way I felt like a Liverpool player, it must have been about December or January, it's either that time, because it was very icy during this game, and we were playing against a team that was basically, we were the worst team in the league essentially. We had a goal difference by that time of about -30, -40. It was so bad. We were so terrible. We lost every game like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-0. It was kind of ridiculous. We were so bad. But the thing is, we weren't playing really for like to win. Like we was, but at the same time we weren't that bothered. We were just more playing just for sort of enjoyment. We were just enjoying it, man. And we were losing sort of like, it must have been like 10-0 or something in this game where it was really icy. Now before the game we'd actually been told by the ref that he said he doesn't recommend us playing on this, and if we get hurt whilst playing on this then it's our own fault and he's not liable or anything. So it was just like, yeah, whatever, we'll play. And we're down about 9-0, and I just thought, you know, I had the ball about the halfway line. I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a shot, why not? There's nothing else working for me. We've tried passing through and we just get countered and they score. We've tried everything. I'm just going to take a long shot from the halfway line. Take a shot, ball goes in, it rolls. Well, the ball flies like it does, goes straight to the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper's caught it, so I turn away. And then I hear their team shout, oh shit. I turn around, see that the ball was gone in the goal, and what happened was, I'd shot from the halfway line, goalkeeper had fumbled it and it had gone into the net. And I just went absolutely mental. I was like, fucking come on, yes. I was going absolutely mental. Bearing in mind, this is the first time I've ever scored in, I guess, a kind of competitive game. I've played for like my school team and stuff like that, but that doesn't really count. I've never scored for that either. But this was my first sort of, I guess, first proper goal, if you can call it that. It was only a 6-a-side, yeah, but not exactly 11-a-side. Still, it's an achievement, and I was quite happy with myself. And at that moment I was just going absolutely mental. I was so happy and thrilled that I'd scored. I felt like Luis Suarez. I felt like something that he'd do. He'd score a good goal. Yes, it was the goalkeeper's fault. Yes, it was sort of, it wasn't really my skill, but I did get the shot on target from like the halfway line, and the goalkeeper just got lucky and the goalkeeper fumbled it. And it's just something that Suarez will do. The way that I celebrated, he just goes absolutely mental when he celebrates, because he's just so happy, and the joy of scoring just comes straight through him. Some players are like, yeah, they're like really happy about it, but him and players like him just go absolutely mad, and they're just like so happy. Like, I mean, if you saw his goal in the World Cup against England, the first goal, the reason he nearly cried was because he was injured and he almost didn't make the competition. But the just joy in his face when he scored, that was just immense. I'll try and have a picture of it somewhere, but yeah, I felt like Suarez then. So the final way, I guess, that I felt like a Liverpool player after we've just had feeling like Colo, feeling like Suarez. Obviously Suarez isn't a Liverpool player anymore, but he used to be. And the final one was basically, we were playing a game against we were bottom of the league, we were playing against top of the league. Like, this top of the league, I think they were called Abu Dhabi FC. They literally have a goal difference. Well, they literally had only let in one goal, so they'd only let in one goal, and they were undefeated. They were undefeated for about 3 years. And we just thought, you know what, rather than sort of going gung-ho, trying to score as many goals as we can, because we'll just get destroyed by this team, we'll sort of hold back, we pretty much parked the bus, not going to lie, because we just thought otherwise we're going to get absolutely annihilated more than we normally do, and it could result in like 20-0, and that would be pretty embarrassing. I mean, I think the highest score we had was like 15-0, but for 20-0, that's just no. So we just thought, you know what, we're going to lock down, we're going to try and do this. Now, we actually managed to get someone from one of the other teams, because he played earlier on in the night, and our game was the last of the night. Like, I think the game started at like 5 or something like that, and then they went all the way to like I think the last fixture was at like 9 or something like that. So we were playing that one, and we managed to get someone from another team who is a really good player, and he kind of helped us to. He was very good at taking the ball forward and keeping it for a bit, which was very good work, because it gave like us in defence a rest. And we actually managed to get to half time 0-0. Like, just before half time they had a penalty and they missed it, and we was just like, how? So we just thought, you know what, I think we can draw this game, I think we can tie it, I think we can do this. And it was 0-0 going into about, I think the games are about 40 minutes, so 20 minutes each way. So it's in the last sort of 10 minutes of the game in the second half. Ball comes to me. I go to pass it. I slip. I fall over. And the player was away. Ran down the pitch. Put the ball in the net. And at that moment, I felt like Gerrard when he slipped against Chelsea. Like, honestly, I was so distraught. Like, I was like, what have I done? Like, I just slipped. It was literally just like, oh, he's got the ball. It's like, literally, just imagine if I was Gerrard. It's like, Gerrard's got the ball. Oh, he slips. He's away. It's a goal. It was literally it was an exact copy of that. And obviously, being a Liverpool fan, it hurt even more, because I just thought, now I know how Gerrard feels. I feel even worse. And yeah, there's another Liverpool player. I felt like Gerrard, but obviously for not a reason I'd want to. But I guess that's just the way things go. And in the end, we did lose the game like 3-0. But I think that was a really good achievement to only lose 3-0 against top of the league when we were getting like fucked like 10-15-0 every week. I thought it was a pretty good achievement. And in the end, our team did have to pull out of the league. We did sort of give our team to a bunch of lads that wanted to do it, but basically we just couldn't afford it anymore. But leisure leagues, they do 6-a-side leagues, and I think 5-a-side leagues as well, all up and down like the UK, and they do some in Florida as well, I believe. So, you know, if you're in Florida, then yeah, you can probably try and find a league there. Or if you're in England, if you just go on the leisure leagues website, then you can probably find your local league and maybe join it if you've want to put a team together, because it is really enjoyable. Just we didn't really have the money, but if you have enough money, it's not that, well, it's kind of expensive, but for someone that, if you've got sort of a job, then it's not too bad, and if you've got, even if it's a part-time job, you can probably still afford it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This brings the video to a close. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment on what you thought of these stories. Do you think they're funny? Do you think they're cool? What did you think? They were kind of like Liverpool players from what I've told you. And subscribe if you enjoy my content in general, and I'll see you next time, guys.